Hey everybody, it's Rory from A&S Gear, and we're going to look at a elbow pad from GI today. So this is the Race 2.0 elbow pad, Max Flex technology. They call it their professional level. It's just a great all-around pad. So let's go ahead and dive into it and kind of see what we've got here. We'll start from the inside, I guess would be the best part. At the top, the bicep right here, it's got an elastic bicep cover or surround grip, I guess, whatever you want to call it. The inside is covered in a silicone strip, so that will help keep it from sliding down, and the elastic will keep it tight around your bicep. Now there is a strap, an adjustment strap over here, and it is kind of like a one size fits most kind of strap, and it is going to come over and attach like that. So it isn't a like wrap one side around kind of thing. It is a wrap one to the side and wrap this to the side. So with this kind of Velcro setup on here, I would be very careful with sizing. So make sure that you're picking a size that is appropriate for your arm. If you are oversizing, I guess would be the only time you would really run into this problem, where you're using an elbow pad that is too big for your arm, and you have to collapse this down so far to get it to be tight on your bicep area that these straps are going to overlap each other. I don't know, they're not going to really stick to each other. They're meant to stick to this Velcro patch right here. So going like this rather than overlapping each other. So make sure that you are appropriately picking sizes that fit your arm. Otherwise you could run into a problem where you can't get your Velcro to be on. So just be careful with that. All right, now let's just say you didn't want that in there. You could take it out altogether. You could pull the Velcro right out and not use it, or use some other kind of strap that is a standard Velcro kind of thing. If you like it bigger than it needs to be, but you still want it to fit. So I guess that's kind of up to you. All right, now running down the backside here, we've got padding. So this like camouflage print padded area or printed area is padding. And then this vented area, there's actually two pieces of material. You can't see the other one, although I can pull it out right about there, which when they're on top of each other, it does feel like it has a bit of padding to it. It might be just because there's two layers of material there that I can feel, and they're very, very, they're thin, so it's not like they're intentionally padding that area, but having it so that there's two pieces on top of each other, it gives a freedom of movement. You're not confined by that one piece of material hoping to stretch and move with your arm. The bottom one can be stuck to your arm and be form-fitting, and then it moves along the top. That second piece rides on top of it and keeps it comfortable. Plus it does feel like it's padded just a little bit, so whatever. It doesn't feel overly padded. Now coming down to the secondary, this would be like a forearm strap, or just an optional arm strap, I guess is what you call it. It can be removed as well, but the attachment is the same kind of way, where it is fold over and attach. And you can see that they are two different lengths, the shorter one being for the bottom, the larger one being for the top. Now these have kind of like a tubing, a vinyl tubing maybe around them, so that when your strap is rolling around the outside of it, it is not wearing down the actual strap that is attaching it to the pad. If this was just riding on this strap, eventually you'd wear it out and it would probably break and fall off of there. But including the tubing on there makes it for an easy transition around. It's easily movable, and it protects the strap as well. So if you weren't going to use this, you could probably just cut these things off because they would be in the way. But with the strap on there, it's definitely a plus. So that meshing runs all the way down to the bottom, and then you've got the thumb loop at the bottom to cover your hand right there. Man, my hands are filthy. Look at that, dirty. And your thumb's gonna come up through here. This will keep the elbow pad down, keep it from riding up your arm when you're diving or sliding. A lot of these ones that don't have this, which actually some people don't like. I prefer it, because when you hit the ground, that elbow pad can shoot up into your sleeve and get stuck up there, and that's uncomfortable. But with this thummy or thumb loop holding down the pad, it always keeps it nice and straight and nice and covered on your arm. We do have some padding that wraps around to the front right here, which is good. Any extra padding is appreciated. On the top, or the outside, up towards the top, again, we talked about our strap. We've got padding in this camouflage printed area, and then we've got a nice padded section up at the top to protect the back of our bicep or tricep area. Coming down to the elbow, formed elbow cups right there. And there's actually, I'm going to call it 3 different layers of padding on here. You can see this raised section right here. So this is all padded right here, nice and thick padding. Then you've got this printed part that we talked about, which is another layer of padding. But then also, in just the elbow section, there is a removable piece of padding. If I can get a hold of it, pull it out of there. So another section of padding that sits inside there. So 3 layers of padding inside there. This one being removable, so if you didn't want to use it, you didn't have to. But it's going to offer maximum protection, maximum comfort. With this in, I put these elbow pads on and it didn't feel over padded or anything. So I would personally put that in and run it, but that's up to you. You can do it any way you want. Removable, so it's washable, cleanable, all those things, or just non-usable if you don't want it in there. So then moving down the rest of the way, again, we've got padding stitched on there on top of the padding that's already in there. So padding on padding, you can't, if you're gonna wear an elbow pad, you might as well get one that's gonna protect you, and this is gonna do that job. And then padding on the top, because a lot of people will wear this and not wear any gloves. So this is gonna sit on top of your hand right here, cover the outside of your hand, and protect it from getting shot. Doesn't protect your fingers, so maybe you want some, finger gloves. I don't know what you want, but this will protect the back of your hand because that does get shot a lot holding onto your gun. Let's see, did I miss anything on here? Strap-a-doos, that right there in the mesh. Breathability was great when I had it on. It was comfortable, it was breathable, it didn't feel confining, but obviously when it comes to anything that you're wearing pad-wise, sliders, vest, chest protectors, elbow pads, whatever it is, knee pads, find the ones that fit you. Don't underdo it because you don't want them to fall off. That's just uncomfortable. And don't overdo it because they're just baggy and lumpy. Find the ones that fit you right and go with those ones. You'll be much happier, trust me. So check these ones out for sure. Race 2.0 elbow pads, Max Flex technology from GI Sportz. They're comfortable, they fit, they protect you, and that's what you need. So check them out through the website. Order yours now through ansgear.com.